Some trucks are built for strength, speed, or towing, but sometimes they end up being too powerful for their own good. In this video, we're counting down 7 trucks that pushed the limits of engineering and paid the price. From blown engines and shredded tires to frames that couldn't handle the torque, these trucks had so much muscle, they became a problem. Whether it was from the factory or owner modifications, these machines proved that more power isn't always better, and sometimes it can be downright dangerous. 1. Dodge Ram SRT-10 Viper, power that shredded tires and killed transmissions. The Dodge Ram SRT-10 was a wild machine, powered by an 8.3-liter V10 straight from the Dodge Viper. With 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque, it was the fastest production truck of its time. But this power came at a cost. The truck's drivetrain wasn't built to handle that much muscle long-term. Owners reported transmission problems, worn-out rear differentials, and poor fuel economy. The tires wore down fast, and its rear-wheel drive made it unstable in wet or cold conditions. Though it looked like a beast, it wasn't suited for towing or hard work. It was a muscle car in a truck's body, fun to drive but frustrating to maintain. The SRT-10 became known for being too much power in the wrong package. It's a perfect example of how performance without balance can lead to constant breakdowns and high repair bills. 2. GMC Cyclone. Too fast for the 90s, too fragile to last. The GMC Cyclone was a game-changer in the early 90s, a turbocharged V6 all-wheel drive compact truck that could go 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds. It shocked everyone by beating Ferraris and Corvettes in drag races. But it was built on a light-duty platform that wasn't made for that kind of power. Over time, engine wear, transmission strain, and drivetrain stress started to show. The suspension was stiff and uncomfortable for daily use, and the low ride height made it impractical. It wasn't meant to tow or haul either. Despite the speed, it couldn't do typical truck work. Maintenance was expensive, parts were limited, and because of its niche appeal, production ended quickly. The Cyclone was simply too fast for its own frame. While it's now a collector's item, it serves as a warning. Giving sports car speed to a small truck might win drag races, but it won't win long-term reliability. 3. Ford F-150S VT Lightning supercharged speed that overwhelmed its chassis. The Ford F-150S VT Lightning brought muscle car performance to a full-size pickup. With a 5.4-liter supercharged V8, it cranked out 380 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. It was fast, dangerously fast for a truck. But the rest of the chassis struggled to keep up. Rear-wheel drive and lowered suspension made it handle poorly in rain or snow. Some owners pushed it hard and faced transmission and differential failures. It wasn't built for heavy towing or payloads either. Despite being an F-150, it had lower utility ratings than regular models. Its stiff suspension, weak rear leaf springs, and poor weight distribution created long-term reliability concerns. The Lightning was fun on straight roads, but it broke down under real work or aggressive driving. Owners loved the speed, but they didn't always love the repair costs. It was a truck that looked tough, but underneath, it wasn't built to last. 4th, Tesla Cybertruck, tri-motor prototype. Electric torque that cracked its own frame. Tesla's Cybertruck prototype promised unmatched electric power, especially the tri-motor version. With over 800 horsepower and 1,000-plus pound-feet of torque, it was hyped to tow more than most gas or diesel pickups. But that electric torque hit instantly, and that caused problems. Early prototype reports pointed to frame twisting, tire blowouts, and overheating from aggressive use. The unibody design, while futuristic, lacked the proven durability of body-on-frame trucks. When stressed under full torque, some test models suffered structural damage. Though Tesla fans were excited, engineers had to go back and fix key weak points. Even before its full release, it was clear that this much power in a new platform came with real risks. The Cybertruck had speed, strength, and hype, but it also had early design flaws caused by too much power too soon. Tesla learned quickly that extreme performance needs extreme testing. 5. Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6, extreme build that pushed suspension, past safe limits. The Velociraptor 6x6 is a wild machine, 6 wheels, twin turbos, over 600 horsepower, and a stretched-out Ford Raptor base. It was made for off-road domination, but ended up being more of a luxury monster than a real truck. The added power and size put huge strain on its drivetrain and suspension. The extended frame, extra axle, and boosted engine required serious engineering, but even then, it suffered from poor turning radius, uneven tire wear, and high repair costs. While it looked impressive, it was incredibly impractical. Owners reported issues with brake wear and instability on paved roads. 6. Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Duramax, modified. Overtuned diesel that blew engines and voided warranties. The Silverado 2500 with a Duramax engine is known for strength and towing power, but many owners modified theirs to crank out 700-plus horsepower, hoping for even more torque and performance. These mods included tuners, upgraded turbos, and exhaust deletes. While the power boost was real, the side effects were brutal. Head gasket failures, blown transmissions, and overheating were common. Pushing a factory-built diesel beyond its limits without upgrading internals almost always ends badly. And when something breaks, the manufacturer won't help, because nearly all of these mods void warranties. The Duramax can handle a lot, but it wasn't built for racing. The power-hungry crowd quickly learned that too much tuning turns a dependable truck into a disaster. 7. Ram 3500 Dually, racing build, tow monster, turned drag racer, and unsafe everywhere else. The Ram 3500 Dually is a true workhorse, built to tow massive loads, haul heavy cargo, and survive brutal workloads. But some owners took this tough truck and pushed it into racing territory. With massive turbos, racing fuel, and up to 1,000-plus horsepower, these modified builds looked impressive on paper until they hit the track or street. The frame, suspension, and brakes were never designed to handle drag speeds. Under pressure, parts failed, axles cracked, drive shafts twisted, and brakes faded dangerously fast. These builds also had poor balance, making them unstable at high speeds. What was once a reliable hauler became a dangerous machine that couldn't safely do its original job. And since these mods void warranties and often break local laws, it's a risky game. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more wild automotive stories, breakdowns, and surprising facts. Thanks for watching. And remember, power is great, but control is everything.